What is up, YouTuber fans, streaming fans, cryptocurrency fans? It's your boy Brit VR. Welcome to the show. Behind me is my website. When you guys get a chance at the end of this video, you can go and buy cryptocurrencies directly through my website with the IPA used from Changely. I also have a video with the CEO down here at the bottom, so check it out when you guys can. Okay, guys, so Bitcoin. This is getting kind of freakish to me because I'm seeing things play out. Everybody was talking about this trend line coming down, and we actually broke out of it. This looks really nice, but we did hit this resistance line right here as my trader view have it, and it's the same resistance line here, which is the same resistance here, and I don't think it goes on. Yeah, that is about it right there. This is why Bitcoin is probably the easiest thing to trade right now, because it's so young. We haven't even seen a large amount of resistance and supports. So it's easy to call it out as you see it, guys. Now, what is the plan? Okay, we see we got stuck right here and we had this spin top, as I call it. I think we may pull back down to right here to this 1,200, or I mean 10,200, $100. And you know, as I say, we hit the support and we back down to the resistance, and then we go back up. It's stock knowledge. It happens all the time. But what is the catalyst for this, guys? Everybody's talking about Bakkt. Bakkt right now is coming out in September the 23rd. If you don't know what Bakkt is the company that digitalized the New York stock market. And they got permission, as you're seeing, to put on a futures market. But this futures market is different. This futures market will be settled in Bitcoin. If you look at other derivatives, they're settled in cash. So they only betting on a price of Bitcoin with the cash. But no, this would hold Bitcoin. To get a contract, you have to have a large amount of Bitcoin or a certain amount of Bitcoin to get into a contract. This is going to be unbelievable because the price of Bitcoin should go up. So what I expect a small drop and just a boom straight up, because Bitcoin is only 21 million of them, and there's not a large amount of Bitcoin out there. You see the price right now, we're near this 11,000. We hit 10,800, and you know, we did pull back to the resistance. But if we pass this major resistance right here, which is around 13,200, it's going back to 20,000, and we're going to see new highs. So look, guys, go buy Bitcoin. With the altcoins right now, I say, people say they're dumping them, but the best time to buy something is when it's at its lowest. I believe go buy some altcoins, because this is a totally new market. And with this new market, once everybody gets on board, especially with the Bakkt, people are going to buy altcoins. And also, Bakkt had information that they're going to put Ethereum on there next, then XR. I don't know if they have XRP, but I don't know, it's Ethereum Zcash, Ethereum Classic, you know, Stellar, all these top coins on there. So once this gets rolling, you may benefit from these altcoins at the lowest. What I'm thinking right now, I am mining on NiceHash, and I'm getting Bitcoin right now. Once I get this next payout, I'm thinking about just mining straight Zcash and just holding a stash of Zcash, because there's not a lot of Zcash out there, and just waiting until it pumps back up. But we'll see what happens, because you know, Bitcoin is on everybody's minds. So guys, let's look right into this, guys. So the reason I haven't really been on YouTube so much, I've been looking for a developer to develop me a trading bot. And I've been looking into deep learning neural network, and I found the perfect bot. Now, Keras, they have a set of models that are already made, and you can build a model on Keras and put it on TensorFlow. TensorFlow is like a backend for all these deep models to produce them, to make sure you can produce an API or to produce them to somewhere else. And Keras, like these models that they have, guys, you can draw like a 9 out, and then these models, these AI models, can produce what number it is. Now I'm using this one. This is called a LSTM. It's actually a RNN, which is a recurrent neural network. But the recurrent network, I've seen people test trading bots with them, and I actually read papers. They're having problems with the gradient, the regression, because so much information is taken in and no information is like given out. So these algorithms, as you're saying, they're made from the idea of a mind. So usually, guys, we remember a lot of things, but we do forget a lot of things that say, hey, we don't need to remember that. Why should we remember that? And this model does that. It also has some reoccurrence model theories in them, which keeps the neural network to continue to learn, but just doesn't clog up everything and create a lot of noise for the algorithm. So basically, this is what it is. You have your inputs down here, and you have multiple long and short-term memories up here. And let's go down and look at this. So a recurrent network is built like this, you know what I'm saying? You put in your input, it goes through these neurons. These are hidden neurons, and these are input layers, and then it reverts it back to the beginning so it can go back through and make sure it processes it right. So I'm using this model right here. This is the LSTM model, guys. And let's read something real quick. So an LSTM network is a recurrent neural network that has LSTM cell blocks in place of our standard neural network layers. These cells has various components called the input gate, the forget gate, and the output gate. These will be explained more later, blah, 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 blah. So let me explain a little bit to you. So you put your inputs right here, and it goes through these gates, and it sends it through here. And these, one thing is about these neurons right here, guys, and this TANH, these neurons have weights on them. So these are the hidden ones up here, and these are some other neurons that you see, but these have weights on them. So say I make a trade and it was a really big trade, you know, I made a lot of money on it. It's going to have a weight, say, oh, I remember that. That was a really good trade. So I'm gonna put that in my storage so we can continue to make big trades like that. Or say we made a trade that sucked, that was really, really bad. This is gonna say, hey, I remember that. I'm gonna put more weight on this trade than losing on a smaller trade, because we don't need to do that anymore. So let's talk about this forget gate. So you come down here to this hidden neuron, and it goes to this neuron, and it actually reverts it back, and that's what I really likes about it. So it reverts back to actually figure out, hey, do we really need to learn this? And it's going to send it back through the model and say, hey, is this really important? And this is like game changing, something that a lot of papers I read that is very useful. Let's go back to the model I'm going to be using. So that little box you saw right there, it's going to have multiple of these boxes. So it's just going to be just killing the market. I'm going to have to let it trade on paper money to actually let it continue to learn. But hopefully in the end, I create a beast. If you guys want to go to Keras and really find out more about this, this is what I'm using. This is not a notebook. This is just the web page, everything. People are using these models. It's crazy. Let me go to this one down here, guys. I think it's called convolutional STM 2D. So people are putting 2D pictures up there, and you know, these models can produce that into better quality. They're actually using these for photographs. Like if you have a black and white photograph, you put this algorithm on it, and it produces a color photograph, and it can go to 3D. It's crazy, guys. It's just the AI technology is getting up there. So I'm gonna end the video right here. Make sure you guys go over here. Hey, if you guys want to buy crypto, check it out on my website. You can use this API. It's gonna send you directly to Changely. Changely has been up there as an exchange for a very long time, and they're fast and quick. You can use debit card, credit card, all day long, guys. So I'm gonna end the video. Man, hit that like button, hit that subscriber button. Hopefully the Chicago Bears win tonight. Please beat the Packers. And all you guys have a good day, and all you guys have a good night. And enjoy the crypto life. Peace.